Hello my dudes and welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe for more daily Reddit videos. Without further ado, let's get started. Redditors, what's the most metal thing you've ever seen? My boss drilled into his hand when a bit slipped, got his knife out, picked the fillings of steel that got into his hand, got the alcohol and poured it over, slapped crazy glue to close the gap, and drove to the hospital. The line between metal and farmer is a thin one indeed. Wow, from a medical standpoint, he did everything wrong. I watched an epic fight between a spider wasp and a huntsman spider. It went on for about 10 minutes, and was like a kind of mini Godzilla, King of the Monsters vibe. It ended with the spider wasp winning and dragging the spider back into a big hole in my garden wall. It was effing intense. Australian wildlife is metal AF. Spider wasps, because Australia obviously didn't have enough spider before. At the time, I was a CT tech at a major trauma hospital. Patient comes with gunshot wound to forehead, self-inflicted, with a .22 caliber. They were alert and orientated and following directions, but kept trying to put their finger in the hole. They were surprised there was a hole in their forehead. I used to have a basset hound and a tiny cow-looking chihuahua. Basset hounds have a nose, and a desire to hunt. One time a hawk came down, trying to carry away the chihuahua. As it swooped, it didn't get a chance to grab the tiny cow, because my basset hound caught its neck, brought it to the ground, and started methodically breaking all its bones by running its jaw up and down the hawk's body until it laid there dying, unable to move. My dog won't even eat other animals. It just hunts. I didn't witness it directly, but it absolutely qualifies. A few months back, my friend noticed his 18-year-old cat seemed sick, just really lethargic, and seemed to have a small wound, bump on his tail. He kept an eye on him for a day or two, seeing if he was going to have to take him into the vet. 2 days later, the cat barfs up a dead black widow spider, and legitimately went back to normal after, and cleaned his tail wound himself and it healed. This effing cat was bit by a black widow, and then ate it, and came out completely fine. So metal. Old lady I used to take care of, she was an aircraft mechanic in her youth during World War II. She fought me tooth and nail every time I went in to help her. One day in the dining room, she fell out of her wheelchair and busted her head wide open. She was 95. Blood everywhere. This lady stands up, blood running down her face. We rushed to help her. She looked me dead in the face and said, "F off, I don't need any help." We called an ambulance. My grandma, 70 years old at the time, messed up her elbow one day doing something in the yard. She comes up to me, I'm like 9 at this point, and she casually says, "Call your mom," with her arm dangling awkwardly at the elbow. I freaked the hell out. She fixed herself a tea while we waited for my mom, reassuring me the whole time. She passed in January, just one day shy of her 90th. Badass. There was an article about a rapist who threw gasoline on his victim and proceeded to light her up in an effort to shut her up for good. She dragged him into the flames to burn with her. I saw 3 deer corner a small child and eat his ice cream. Child was screaming like Dio, whilst his Japanese mother filmed the whole thing cackling to herself. One time I was at the food library, and this dude just pushed his forehead against the glass of the deli case until it broke. Then he reached in, and grabbed some sausages and walked away. Absolutely brutal. That's all for today's video. If you liked it and would like to see more funny content like this daily, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.